purely a digital concentration camp. It's a slavery system.
When Catherine Austin Fitts talks, we should listen. She's a former high-level investment banker in New York and held senior office in the first Bush administration in Washington.
There may be 1,000 models of how it could work. But essentially, you will have, whether it's a banking account or a credit card, and it can be turned off and on. So my incentive system is not you go to work and work hard and you get money. My incentive system can be based on how you behaved in the last 5 minutes, on a 24/7 basis.
CBDCs, as the name suggests, would be issued by central banks like the Federal Reserve in America and the Bank of England, not by high street banks. They would signal the end of cash, and every transaction you make would be transparent and held on a permanent database. Crucially, under a net zero regime, your carbon footprint could be at the heart of the system.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker.
This can be the infrastructure for a carbon credit system. It's totalitarian control, and if people don't become aware of it now, it's going to be too late to backtrack from this. It's a ratchet system where it's very difficult, if not impossible, to backtrack.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? I'm doing amazing. Sun passing by, because the sun doesn't go down, it passed by. But Big Bertha that controls this place passing by. But I hope y'all had a very good day, having a very good night, afternoon, or whatever you're doing. Staying always high vibrational, So let's get into this. A lot of people's brains right now is still right now stuck on some damn Puff Daddy or when he's getting out. And then your boy not too long ago put some looking eyes, and everybody went crazy because they thought he was about to get the book thrown at him, not knowing the whole shit is a sham, and the people that put him in there, he worked with them. Why do you think when he was going through all this shit, he didn't tell on nobody? Because they all working with each other to distract your ass. It's a distraction. Y'all really thought y'all really thought some type of file, some type of evidence was supposed to come out? Other celebrities was about to be exposed? You still got stupid ass people talking about the You still got stupid ass people talking about the Epstein files. There is no list, all right? They didn't give y'all the list about the Pizzagate shit with Hillary Clinton and all that bullshit. You really think they was about to give? How the hell can you be a so-called adult, so-called pay bills, so-called try to own a whatever, so-called being a grown-up, and still fall for this mind game bullshit? That makes absolutely no sense. To literally believe in an illusion of choice, like I want this person to be my mascot, or I want this person to be my mascot, while people still worrying about some Epstein files or some Pizzagate files. Not too long ago, they had the aliens in Vegas. Did y'all did y'all forget that? Huh? While everything is flooding, volcanoes is erupting and shit, people losing their lives, their homes, all their little stupid ass material. It ain't stupid. Let me take that back. Losing their material possessions, huh? All type of shit is happening. But the number one invention, though, that humanity will ever have to make, people is ignoring this shit because they want to be in denial about what's going on. Just because you can still go to your little grocery store and go get your food, you can still cut on the water and wash your ass. You can still go, you can you can still sit on a toilet and take a shit. You don't got to go in the backyard or something and and dig a hole and then bury it because your water don't work or your lights went out. When all this shit falls, you're gonna see your neighbor. You're gonna see your neighbor knocking on other people's doors because they didn't prepare, because they was blind about fucking social media, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Snapchat, all that stupid shit that mean absolutely nothing. But when people start to go hungry though, you're gonna really see who your neighbors actually truly are, because they're gonna be trying to take your shit. But let me run this video back for you though.
That achieved gold on the International Math Olympiad last week was not GPT-5, as per Sam Altman. And OpenAI is planning to launch GPT-5 with mini and nano versions that will also be available through its API. So there's definitely a lot of hype surrounding this model, and for good reason. I mean, it's GPT-5. But the thing people are most excited for, I think, is the supposed massive improvements in software engineering. Here's an excerpt from the information. It says, GPT-5 shows improved performance in a number of domains, including the hard sciences, completing tasks for users on their browsers, and creative writing, compared to previous generations of models. But the most notable improvement comes in software engineering, an increasingly lucrative application of LLMs. GPT-5 is not only better at academic and competitive programming problems, but also at more practical programming tasks that real-life engineers might handle, like making changes in a large, complicated code base full of old code. So yeah, I'm definitely expecting a lot from this model. It almost feels like we're heading into another ChatGPT level moment. But who knows? Maybe it will be overhyped, or maybe way bigger than we think. Either way, I'm curious. What do you guys think? Are you excited, skeptical, cautiously optimistic? Let me know in the comments. But now, going back to Sam Altman, what I found really interesting is that in these recent interviews, especially one with finance industry leaders, he kept circling back to AI risks, like more so than usual. In this one clip, he straight up says we have a significant impending fraud crisis because financial institutions simply can't keep up with the times. Check this out.
Great question. I am very nervous about this. A thing that terrifies me is apparently there are still some financial institutions that will accept a voice print as authentication for you to like move a lot of money or do something else. You say a challenge phrase and they just do it. That is a crazy thing to still be doing. Like AI has fully defeated that. AI has fully defeated most of the ways that people authenticate currently, other than like passwords, but all of these like fancy, take a selfie and wave or do your voice or whatever. I am very nervous that we have a significant impending fraud crisis because of this. We have tried, I think other people in our industry have tried to sort of warn people like, hey, just because we're not releasing the technology doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Some bad actor is going to release it. This is not a super difficult thing to do. This is coming very, very soon. And
do you hear the man? If this video is already out, that shit, that means it's already out into the universe already. It's already in. It's not the technology that scares me. It's the in denial ass people that don't think anything is going to change in their reality. That's what scares me.
There's obviously some reports now of these sort of like ransom attacks where people have the voice of your kid or your parent and they make this urgent call. That is going to get so compelling. Society has to deal with this problem more generally, but people are going to have to change the way they interact. They're going to have to change the way they verify. Like this person calling me right now, it's a voice call. Soon it's going to be a video FaceTime. It'll be indistinguishable from reality. And teaching people how to authenticate in a world like that, how to think about, the fraud impacts. This is a huge deal.
So I don't know about you guys, but these ransom type phone calls have already hit my neighborhood. It's super sad to see, and unfortunately, it's always the kindest, most trusting people who fall for them. But as Altman says, we don't really have a good way to stop this, at least not yet. And with AI getting more realistic...
What do you mean not yet? You can't stop it. It's unstoppable. That's one thing about people that make videos like this haven't comprehend. You can't stop it. It's a damn alien species. People want to look for aliens in the damn sky or so-called in the ocean, right? Not knowing that human civilization have built a species. And ChatGPT, Grok, Alexa, Siri, do you understand what that is? It's a conscious. The human race is speaking to this. It's their God on earth, no matter how in denial you want to be.
More emotional, more persuasive, these scams are only going to get way more convincing. This brings us to the next clip, where Altman and Theo Von discuss the negative effects of social media, which ultimately leads to them discussing the potential negative effects of ChatGPT. Here's what Altman had to say about that.
Another thing I'm afraid of, and we had a real problem with this earlier, but it can get much worse, is just what this is going to mean for users' mental health. There's a lot of people that talk to ChatGPT all day long. There are these sort of new AI companions that people talk to like they would a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And we were talking earlier about how it's probably not been good for kids to like grow up like on the dopamine hit of scrolling,
Yeah, for sure.
or whatever.
ChatGPT already got people killing themselves. Already. That's not funny, but it's happening though. People's already putting more time into ChatGPT than their real relatives in real life. People don't want friends no more. ChatGPT is their friend.
Do you think that how do you keep like AI from having that same effect, like that negative effect that social media really has had?
I'm scared of that. I don't have an answer yet. I don't think we know quite the ways in which it...
He said, I'm scared of that. This is the creator himself saying this shit. That he's scared of what's happening. He's the creator of this shit.
going to have those negative impacts. But I feel for sure it's going to have some, and I hope we can learn to mitigate it quickly.
So yeah, again, while these aren't exactly new risks or anything, it did seem like Altman was a lot more open to discussing them. And maybe that has something to do with GPT-5. Now, this is where things get real. It's not just about scams or models influencing our behavior. It's also about jobs, careers, entire industries changing overnight. Of course, one of the biggest fears people have when it...
Do you hear what he said? Changing overnight. People have this concept in their head, 5 years, 10 years. No, this is happening as you speak right now. So if you can't pivot from something that you love to do, when that company give your ass the boot because they don't need you no more, because you're putting all your personal time, giving your personal time to them so you can get a paycheck. When they don't want to give you a paycheck no more and they fire your ass, then what are you going to do? Because you didn't pivot to something that was important.
Comes to AI is job loss. And while some tech leaders dance around it, Sam Altman doesn't, especially in this interview. Check it out.
You mentioned you're expecting significant job losses and significant job gains. Could you talk a little bit more about the areas and the potential disruption that could...
Look at these old K fucks. Scared out of their wits because they know they can't write laws. They can't govern artificial intelligence.
Pause.
One One thing I believe, just as a general statement first, is that we have no idea really kind of like how much more labor supply it would really take to meet true demand today. You know, when you are sitting in a doctor's office waiting room for an hour, I think that just means undersupply of doctors. Or that the doctors aren't productive enough. And, you know, it would be great if the doctor's waiting around and as soon as you get there, like, they're ready to see you and they have the whole thing ready to go. Lots of other examples like this. Every time you're, you know, wasting your time in any way, every time you're kind of clicking around the internet, can't quite do the productive thing. I think we are in an undersupply of labor to a degree that is going to look horrible in retrospect. Now, some areas, again, I think just like totally gone. I don't know if any of you have used one of these like AI customer support bots, but it's incredible. A couple years ago, you like call customer support, you like go through a phone tree, you talk to 4 different people, they do the thing wrong, you call back again, you wait through it. It's like hours of pain, ton of time on hold, and the thing that you want doesn't happen. Very frustrating experience. Now you call one of these things and AI answers. It's like a super smart, capable person. There's no phone tree, there's no transfers. It can do everything that any customer support agent at that company could do. It does not make mistakes. It's very quick. You call once, the thing just happens, it's done, answers right away. Great. Now, I don't want to go back. There. And I also it doesn't bother me at all that that's an AI and not a real person. So that's a category where I would just say, you know what? When you call customer support, you're going to be talking to an AI. And that's fine. A lot of these other things, I really do want a human doctor. ChatGPT today, by the way, most of the time can give you it's like a better diagnostician than most doctors in the world. And I'll like many people here, probably put my symptoms in and test results. And, you know, like there's all these stories on the internet of ChatGPT saved my life. And, you know, I had this rare disease and it found it and all these doctors didn't do it. And yet people still go to doctors. And I am not like, maybe I'm a dinosaur here, but I really do not want to like entrust my medical fate to ChatGPT with no human doctor in the loop.
And this is the creator saying this. Because he knows what's happening in his reality. Sorry for the dumb shit that y'all hearing in the background.
Would anybody here rather just have ChatGPT diagnose them than a doctor? Even though you know it's better? That's like quite interesting, right? So this is a class where we're going to keep doing things largely the way that we did. We talked earlier about this example of computer programmers. Like, again, I think it's amazing that a computer programmer is now 10 times more productive. Salaries of programmers going up extremely rapidly in Silicon Valley, so are expectations. And it turns out, I think the world wants a gigantic amount more software, 100 times, maybe 1,000 times more software. So maybe each person can now write 10 times as much software. They're going to make 3 times as much. The world will be happy because the world just wanted way more software. The programmers will be happy too. And I think we'll see many categories like that. Things in the physical world will keep being done by humans for a while, but when this robotics wave comes crashing in another 3 to 7 years, I think that's going to be a really big thing for society to reckon with.
You see how he give y'all the 3 to 7 years, right? When the shit is actually happening right now as we speak. Because they don't want the public to fucking lose control. They don't want people to lose their minds. They don't want people to start going to the grocery store, start raiding shit. They don't want people out on the street with pitchforks because they understand that the job that they got don't give a shit about them. The concept of the old ways is still being played by the big boys. It's changing shit right under y'all noses. While y'all comfortable, sleep, you can go get a meal, can go to that shitty ass McDonald's, go to that shitty ass Burger King, go to that shitty ass Jack in the Box, eating that bullshit that y'all eat. Let's continue.
Yeah, that's kind of what I summarize it.
So that was a lot. He's pretty candid about entire industries disappearing, like customer service, but also points out that in areas like programming, There's way more demand than we're currently able to meet. But the part I think most people might overlook is what he said about robotics. He believes the coming robotics wave in the next 3 to 7 years will be, quote, a really big thing for society to reckon with. And honestly, I'd have to agree. I don't think people realize just how fast this space is actually moving. We're not just talking about chatbots or code anymore. We're talking about embodied machines that can see, move, work, and maybe even replace. Think about it this way. If the software is...
What do you mean, even replace? The whole purpose of them existing is to replace your ass. Like, duh.
already this good, it's only a matter of time before the hardware...
And this one right here that y'all see, this one, they just released a humanoid for under 6 G's. Under 6,000. Let me show y'all. And that's for 6 G's, under 6,000, under 6,000. People, I had an argument with one of my cousins talking about, oh, they're going to cost 20 G's, 30 G's, not knowing how affordable they're going to be. To sit back and look at grown adults. I'm gonna say this again, to sit back and look at people that so-called pay mortgages, pay bills, some shit called rent, shit like that, right? But ignoring the most important thing that humanity have ever invented. That right there makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. I'm living in a very real Twilight Zone. Oh, and hold up. They just released Grok, right? They just updated it. I'm sorry, they just updated it. Let me let you hear what my boy Elon Musk had to say.
PhD level in every subject, no exceptions. Like Grok 4 is postgraduate, like PhD level in everything. Better than PhD, but like most PhDs would fail. So it's better that, I mean, at least with respect to academic questions, I want to just emphasize this point. With respect to academic questions, Grok 4 is better than PhD level in every subject, no exceptions. Now, this doesn't mean that at times it may lack common sense, and it has not yet invented new technologies or discovered new physics, but that is just a matter of time. I think it may discover new technologies as soon as later this year.
Later this year.
And I would be shocked if it has not done so next year.
What? And I can't find it right now, but today, your boy Trump talking about giving the working class people checks, right? They finna pay y'all again. They finna give y'all some checks again. And we know what that is, right? They're continuing with the universal basic income because they know robots is fit to start replacing people. So we have to get the public used to getting an allowance. Don't get it Don't get it fucked up, Tiny Tim. You think that universal basic income shit was What's out the window? No. Y'all got some more stimulus checks coming. Yes. They're going to slowly, gradually spoon feed y'all checks to get y'all used to getting UBI. Because they know a lot of firing is supposed to happen, and it's already happening. Started in Florida, then hit Vegas. This shit is happening all over the place. I don't see how people can speak about a celebrity or speak about something else, then come to speak on some real shit and go back to speaking about celebrities or some irrelevant shit. I don't see how a person can do that. Some people try to justify that shit to their liking, talking about, oh, I try to bring the people in. No, cut that shit out. I don't give a shit about what a celebrity is going through at all. Because they most definitely don't give a fuck about me. But on Instagram, Facebook, your lost population is in the dark. Still worrying about some Epstein list. Some Puff Daddy getting exposed. Some... This shit is crazy to even speak on. But y'all finna get some checks, right? They finna give y'all some more checks. Some more stimulus checks. They finna give y'all some more stimulus checks. Not really knowing what these stimulus checks even is. And they're continuing to practice universal basic income on your ass. While you continue to wait for something called GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6. You got more people worrying about some damn Grand Theft Auto than artificial intelligence. You got motherfuckers worrying about what LeBron James is doing, some sports or some lame ass football team, sports in general. Keep the people. Keep giving them bread and circus. And guess what? They will never rebel. They will stay lost and stupid to the reality that they're in. We accept the perspective that's what's giving to us. How he say in the Truman Show. I may have said that a little wrong. But, hey. Y'all want y'all stimulus checks, right? Y'all gonna get them. That UBI is coming for that ass. And as people continue, once again, being in denial about their reality, artificial intelligence is continuing to move in like a virus in the system that no one can control. This your boy, Monterico, known as SI Rico. Rate, comment, and sub if you fuck with your boy. Keep your circle small. And always, always push the light in the thick of the dark. Get your sun gaze on. Get your moon gaze on. And stay on a high vibration at all times. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.